Welcome to The Liberal Way, a series where we will discuss what the liberal way for dealing with various cultural and social controversies should look like. I think this is needed because too many people have lost sight of what the proper liberal way is. In this episode, I want to examine society's current inability to have a rational and objective discussion about gender differences, the flow-on effects on the discourse around trans issues, and how we can fix all this. Men and women on average differ on not just physical properties, but also in psychology and behavior, and at least some of these differences are by nature rather than environmental conditioning. All this should not be controversial at all. In fact, accepting these objective facts would go a long way towards understanding trans people. It is in refusing to accept at least some of these facts that there could be differences between men and women outside of the physically observable that anti-trans, gender-critical feminism becomes possible. In turn, this has led to trans identity being seen as akin to a lifestyle choice, leading to right-wing culture warriors calling for restricting trans rights and taking away funding for transition-related medical treatment. To start fixing things, we must demand that we be able to talk about the objective truth when it comes to sex and gender. For too long, the critical theory worldview has made such discussion taboo by assuming that any talk of differences would be a tool of the patriarchy to oppress women. However, this assumption is not objectively sound at all. This worldview is completely incompatible with being committed to what the scientific facts actually say. In accepting the basic objective facts about sex and gender, one can clearly see trans people's plight in simple terms, as long as one is not already biased by religious dogma. To put it simply, there is a mind-body mismatch happening. Of course, this is an oversimplification. However, this at least gets the basic point across. Given the current dire situation facing trans people and trans rights, I think there is a good case for going back to the basics here. And we can only do that by putting decades of academic philosophy aside and returning to the objective facts.